Hello, Rome Mithril here once again, getting back to Secret of Evermore, and as we last left off, we learned the true intentions of the False Queen, thanks to the magic of the Listening Telescope. We can't really do anything else in here for now though, so time to be on our way. And a bit of behind-the-scenes info for you. I just had to replace my keyboard and mouse. The old ones were showing their age in some very problematic ways. The keyboard was getting to a point where it was just missing inputs sometimes, like I'd hit a key and it wouldn't actually do anything. Other times it's like it got too sensitive and it would register keystrokes I wasn't making. And so it would just do things that I didn't ask it to do, so that was weird. As for the mouse, the scroll wheel hasn't worked in years, and holding down the left mouse button to drag things, it's like the contacts were wearing out and sometimes it would think I was just rapidly double-clicking, so that was weird. It would do fun things like I'd click the Start Recording button on OBS, it would immediately register a double-click and turn itself back off and I wouldn't notice. Fun times. So yeah, I figured as long as I was replacing the keyboard, I may as well go with something that looks nice, and so I got one of these that has the nice colorful lights display under it and everything. Kinda hoping that getting something like this, maybe it'll be higher quality, last a bit longer. Also kinda hoping maybe it's a bit quieter and won't pick up as much on the mic. I know that was being a bit of a problem. Also got a mouse with the same kind of lights display on it. The scroll wheel works again, so that's nice. And it's not acting like I'm rapidly double-clicking every time I try and hold down the left mouse button, so that's good too. But, yeah. The colors, man. The colors. Oh no, what have I done? Oh gods! Right, so, moving on. We found a call bead. Nothing up these stairs, though. So, this room. If you had to use the workaround to get into Ebon Keep using the drawbridge at the chessboard plateau, this is where you end up. However, I was told in the comments, it turns out this may not actually be a full workaround after all. So, yeah, if you have to use that method, like I said, you end up skipping the Verminator as a boss. However, the crates that he stands on for that boss fight, they remain behind with no way to get rid of them. So, if you have to get back into Ebon Keep and you need to go through that room, well, you can't. So, yeah, it ends up just being a very long-delayed soft lock after all. That whole situation is just so weird, and it gets weirder and weirder the more you look into it. So, this kid. Hi, I'm Neris, the smartest boy in Ebon Keep. I bet you're not as smart as me. Guess the number of marbles in my hand and I'll give you something. What's your guess? 9 or 7? The choices you're given are completely randomized, anywhere from 0 to 9. Also randomized? The correct answer. It's a complete and total RNG coin flip. Empirical evidence, that is my own practice sessions, I've found that the larger number is usually right, but it's far from guaranteed. But I'll go with it. Oh, thank gods, it was correct. So we get the Super Heal formula. Restores both heroes' HP. This is a really good one. Definitely better than Regrowth. So, yeah. If you'll excuse me, I am going to save state here, because this was my 26th attempt and the first time I actually got the coin flip right. So good, now that that's all out of the way, maybe we can actually make some real progress now. It is worth noting, I don't think you can get permanently locked out of the Super Heal formula. It's more just an exercise in tedium. If you guess wrong, Neris makes you wait for 5 minutes of real time before you can try again. That or you just reload your old save and try again that way. Either way, it's just tedious more than anything else. There is something kinda silly we can do with them, though. Hi, I'm Neris, the smartest boy in Ebon Keep. I bet you're not as smart as me. Right now I'm working on a formula to age things. Might explain how it works, but you probably wouldn't understand. We don't want to change our equipment, we just want to leave the room and come back. I think the formula worked. Hi, I'm Neris, the smartest boy in Ebon Keep. I bet you're not as smart as me, 'cause I'm an old man. Right now I'm working on a youth formula. I'd explain how it works, but you probably wouldn't understand. So yeah, he just goes back and forth between these two forms. Just a fun little Easter egg thing. Coming up here we get 5 parts oil. And down this way, we get 500 gold coins. Everyone loves gold coins. I mean, myself as treasure goes, I do prefer colored gemstones, but I'm not gonna turn them down. With that though, we're done in Ebon Keep. It's time to leave, and thankfully this door's unlocked now, so we can go straight to the dungeon. And from here, back to everyone's favorite, the sewers. With the new axe, we can destroy barricades. I haven't leveled the axe up yet. We'll get to it sooner or later. Also worth noting, the new alchemy formula that we got that says it can destroy barriers, it can't even target them. Explosion is actually just an attack spell. I don't know if that's a mistranslation or if it was just worded badly, but yeah, it does not work as advertised. But since we can destroy barriers, we can get out of the sewers a lot faster, and head toward the north. Tinker said we should go this way to meet up with his brother Gomi, so we're on our way. And may as well put in at least a little work on the axe along the way, no reason not to. So going this way we find a bit of a rickety tower under construction. This place is not exactly up to code, so be cautious about backtracking. There are places where the floor is worn away, and if you cross over it twice, down you go. Which you actually have to make use of to get through the tower. But you want to delay it for a while if you want to find everything. There are 4 chests in the tower. They're not overly important, all they contain is alchemy ingredients. But they're here, we may as well get them. Complete dead end this way, though. Also, the strange statues from Antiqua. Whoever built this tower is just kind of using whatever odds and ends they can find, apparently. Also, it's hard to tell, but the dragons flying around are actually palette swaps of the ones from the Dark Forest. 125 gold coins. Not bad. So in this chest we get some ash. And down we go. The enemies here can pack a bit of a punch if you're not careful. Also, the dragoils, as they're called, they really like to be in the way. And we get an acorn. And some honey. And down we go once again. More coins. And once more, down we go. This place can be kind of confusing your first time, but you quickly get used to it. I'm not going to worry too much about my HP unless I get down under 100. Healing before then right now would actually be kind of a waste. With that, we can go through this door. And that takes us up the tower a good bit. However, we're not quite done exploring, so we're going to go back down. We get some ethanol. Apparently I'm maxed out on honey. Coming this way, though, we find the one treasure chest that's probably really worth going after. Reason being, it contains a feather, and we know how expensive those are. However, you do have to do a good bit of backtracking because of it. Time to loop back around to the door again. With that, though, we've pretty much explored the rest of the tower, so it's time to go up. It's also probably time to go ahead and heal. So, super heal. You cannot single target this spell. It will always affect both the hero and the dog. It does have a fairly long casting animation, that's the main drawback. However, even at level 0, it heals you by your max HP, so yeah, it's really good. Also, there's a hidden feather there. And you can see our next boss. Meet Sterling. He has a nasty habit of trying to grab you every time you get on his level, bro. So, fighting him up here isn't really the best option, and that's why. Once he grabs you, there's nothing really you can do about it. You're just going to go for a bit of a ride. So the better way to deal with him is actually to hide out underneath him and hit him with alchemy. You will get hit with his fireballs, but they can't quite do as much damage to you as you're doing to him. And you can tie him up pretty good this way. Otherwise, trying to fight him up on the top platform, like I said, you're just going to get thrown off a lot, and it gets tedious having to keep climbing back up to where he is. This is very silly, but it works. And afterwards he just sits on his perch, picking his teeth.